been a long time since I've really been able to dig into a solid AAA FPS. I play Warzone a lot with my friends, but to be honest, I find the game to be a bit stale with only one map available at a time. Battlefield 2042 continues to limp along with no new content and no official date for Season 1. Even the April update is releasing later than it should have. Not too fond of hero shooters in general, so games like Apex are just tough for me to get into. Call of Duty Vanguard is honestly maybe the worst Call of Duty I've ever played, with its litany of technical issues and all the cheesy attachments that modify the base time to kill through damage and fire rate changes. Even Halo Infinite has seen a content drought since its launch and still suffers from a poor battle pass system. As much as I adore the gameplay, the only thing left to do in this game is continue to grind ranked, and that just doesn't always scratch the itch. So it got me thinking about what AAA shooter is the one to play in 2022. And it occurred to me that the answer is simple. The best AAA shooter to play right now is an older one. Not one specific game, but just to revisit older titles that still have a lot to offer. One of my biggest recommendations in the past would have been Titanfall 2, but it's unfortunately unplayable at the moment due to numerous DDoS attacks. If that ever recovers, it's one of the best FPS games I've ever played. But if you're into Battlefield, then Battlefield 4 and 1 both have thriving player bases in North America and are as fun now as they've ever been. Even Battlefield 5, for all the issues it had early on in its life cycle, is a good bit of fun and features some of the best movement mechanics in the series. All of these still have the heart of Battlefield with grittier atmosphere and class-based combat. I still find myself playing Battlefield 4 once every couple of weeks, and I just can't get over how great it still looks and feels to play. Star Wars Battlefront 2 can still be a blast. I jumped into it just a couple of weeks ago and had a great time. I enjoy the Star Wars universe, and playing as some of these characters and just within the universe of Star Wars is so fun. For those Call of Duty fans on PC, there are custom launchers like IW4X and Plutonium to play some of the older Call of Duty games. For a while, I used to think it was just nostalgia that made me prefer those older games, but after playing some Black Ops 2 again, I realized it isn't nostalgia. Those older games just had the formula nailed. For those who do like hero shooters, even Overwatch combines a lot of the things I like about games like League of Legends with the FPS genre, and there are plenty of characters to choose from to fit any playstyle. My point with all this is that yes, AAA multiplayer FPS is in one of the roughest spots it's been in my lifetime, but I think it's important to see the silver lining. Look at the last 10 years or so of FPS and think about some of the games that you never put much time into for whatever reason. Maybe it was the cost of the game, maybe your time was going into another title, or maybe you just weren't that aware of a game when it released. This lull in quality games right now is a unique opportunity to revisit old favorites and discover new ones from the past, even if it's just until the industry gets back on its feet. Prior to this time, I had limited my FPS gameplay pretty strictly to COD and Battlefield, but the failures of those two franchises in recent years has opened me up to appreciating the older entries all over again, as well as falling in love with more indie titles like Insurgency Sandstorm, World War III, and Escape from Tarkov. I've even finally had the opportunity to catch up on single-player games I've missed in the past. I'm almost done with God of War with its really beautiful storytelling and interesting environment. I've really been enjoying Elden Ring as well. So hopefully AAA multiplayer FPS can improve soon, but if it doesn't, don't forget to stop and smell the roses. They might be sweeter than you remember. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike so I know you need to change something. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.